Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to me and Two Randos. I'm your boy SSJ5 Kal-El. To my left, we have Michael Long, and below me, as always, we got Jay Moore. Sorry about last week. I was busy in transition, moving locations, not other things. Anyway, we're back to this week, and I'm going to start out this week by bringing up this year, they're bringing back Knight Rider. They're in the process of making a Knight Rider movie that's going to come out next year. And I'm like, I wonder what technology they could put in Kit, the Knight Industry 2000, to make it relevant in this day and age. And in process of talking about that, we remembered some people such as Michael Long to her right and Garth Knight. So here's a little bit of history that we remember from Knight Rider from the 80s that had 5 seasons, and it was awesome. It's one of the best shows from the 80s, actually. Mr. Long, what can you say about Knight Rider?
Well, here's the thing. In keeping with what we usually do, we probably aren't going to end up even talking about that topic because I'm curious to know why Jay has the background to your t-shirt, to your shirt.
Well,
It actually is
technically,
not, but
Jay's is
because
horror movies. Jay's look like
because
horror
his
movies.
because his hoodie is so busy. There goes the word of the podcast. He has a very busy hoodie. For those
Busy.
people who
Ding,
don't know
ding,
what
ding,
busy
ding,
means,
ding, ding, ding,
means he
ding.
has a lot of stuff on that hoodie that's very distracting. A matter of fact, it was so distracting that it made me change my background to match his background so it could be less distracting.
You
But
mean
Well,
you changed your background?
my
You changed
background is
your
built with his
background to
car.
no,
match
no,
his
no. I
foreground.
changed his hoodie. I know his hoodie was distracting, so I changed my background to match his hoodie. But as the young people say, Michael Long, you got to touch the grass, which that's why you're here, so we can go outside and touch the grass. Now, I have an interesting take on Michael, right?
Which one? You have to be specific because there are two, if not
So
more.
the original run of Michael Knight, the five
Mm.
season, as technology grew, Michael Kit still 100% top tier car for me.
Mhm.
But
Uh,
as I went from regular TV to HD TV to 4K, and I saw Michael Knight recently in recent months. You know what you can see in 4K that
The
takes away the
dense,
beautiful illusion?
the Denson kit.
The Densing kit,
The
the
Denson kit.
fingerprinting kit. When they're spinning around and they put the Michael Knight wig on, and
mhm.
you know that's a dummy in the next seat. Like you see the stunt man, you know it's
Yeah.
a dummy. But the best thing you see about Kit is how fast Kit was and how slow them regular cars looking. Like one was driving at 30 miles an hour in the school zone, and the other one was driving 15 miles an hour on the highway. Like it was,
Hmm.
you could literally pick up the speed on those chases.
What I
Hmm.
didn't understand was, have you ever paid attention to how inconsistent like different things in the show was? Like, for example, what did Turbo Boost do?
So in the beginning, it was to make the car go faster. But
Uh-huh.
it was technically supposed to make the car jump. So it did two things technically. To jump, it had to start by speeding up the car for the short boost, and then it would jump. But
So
So,
basically,
earlier on, it just made the car go faster.
so
yeah, and
basically,
that's the thing. It was supposed to make the car go faster, and then after that, it just turned into, now we can jump.
No, we can jump. Yeah.
Wait, I need to
And
jump over these things, so I'm a
you
jump.
want to know
Or
something that I still don't
the
understand?
uh-huh.
But ski mode is when we drive on two wheels on the side, and the fact
Yeah.
that people could do this in real life, like if you ever watch videos on YouTube with the drivers in like Abu Dhabi and in those areas in Saudi
Mhm.
Arabia, they just flip the cars on the side and drive on the side. I still don't understand how this do. To me,
Well, oh,
that'll
you
make
you did
little
you mean
sense.
like, but they do it off a ramp, right?
No, this is what I'm telling you.
no, no,
In
no. They
watch
go
videos in
into
Saudi Arabia,
they
they
go in.
swerve the car and they can flip it up on the side and go. And there's stunt shows. There's like a Hot Wheels stunt.
They didn't even need a
They don't.
button.
In Knight Rider, they had ramps and stuff like that, but
No, no, no. They
buttons
needed a button. You need a button to go in ski mode.
in ski mode in Knight Rider. But in real life, there's people who
Mm.
could do it just from swerving the car and flipping the
Yeah,
car on the
no.
side.
I mean, based on the light tonnage that they be putting on it, but like boost mode is like the lowrider mode in them cars. That's what
Or
it
like
was,
hydraulics.
like hydraulics.
Hmm.
But the
He-
hydraulics is better. You know what I'm saying? When you
Here,
see when you riding and you bouncing, you in a party right there.
I'm surprised people don't get
here's
car
my
sick
thing.
from those bones in the nose to saturate.
Here's my thing as well. Um, why is it that everyone had a gun except Michael Knight and Kit, unless Garth was there, in which case Kit had a laser.
Exactly, exactly. Had to take out the engine block for Goliath. But yeah,
But
As
but
soon as
no
Garth
no.
comes in, they're like, give him a laser.
So Michael is Michael never had a gun, but
Yeah.
undercover
What?
Michael Knight always had a gun.
Wait, what?
say that again.
Undercover Michael Knight always had a gun.
That's true, actually. When he would do his
Every time
undercover
he went
missions,
undercover, he had a
yeah,
gun. Because
he
you
was a.
see, back then,
Mhm.
we weren't promoting violence.
How?
You know
How?
what I'm saying?
But yeah, but the 80, so the 80 with all those bullets, not one person ever got shot and killed in the
First
80.
of, first of all, the A team should have been canceled from the army. Can you imagine that? All them bullets flying and they drop at your feet. And then people had the nerve to say, I was like, where's the violence? When you go back and you watch it, you say, yeah, they were shooting guns, but where were the violence? Everybody was flipping over. I think there
Yeah,
was only
no,
one
no,
guy
but
got shot.
that was who?
This guy with a peg leg. Yeah, I remember the episode real good. He looked like he was from Ecuador, but please excuse me, he had an accent, people. I'm not trying to be
It's
biased.
because he was a bad guy in the
He
80s.
looked like, yeah. And then he took his leg. This is how he was a bad guy. He used to take his leg and put it up on top of the desk. He had a little sawed-off shotgun in the boot and was shooting people.
Ah.
Only time that
But
didn't
wait,
work.
hold on. Didn't what's his name? Murdoch get shot once?
I
I
think
have no
Murdoch
idea.
had too many problems to see if he
The
really
Howling
got
one.
shot or not.
I think Murdoch got shot once, and like everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's dead," and it turned out he was pretending like he was dead. He was
It
shot,
is
but
it is Howling Mad Murdoch.
yeah.
So
I mean, murder. I mean, if you think about it, nowadays we can't do half of these things that they did in the 80s.
half.
So like,
It's up to like 90% that we can't do these things.
well, no, I'm saying even for something that's what we call tame as the 18. Because
Mhm.
remember, Mr. T,
They,
toughest
they,
man, couldn't fly.
yeah, I was just
They,
going to say they drugged
they,
him
they,
almost
gave,
every
they
episode.
drugged him every episode. They gave him a burger. He switched the burger. They gave him another burger. He switched. I think they drugged everything. If I was him, I would never eat. These guys are sitting around. He took
You
all
don't
the
think
burgers one time.
you think if he didn't take the burger, Howling Mad wouldn't just sneak up on him and
Inject
just be
him.
like, "Okay, we're
Exactly.
good."
Just like
Come on.
Dexter. That's where the terminals of Dexter came from, people.
Yeah.
See?
Mur Murdoch was the original Dexter. I bet you didn't know that.
He would have been a good guy. He would have been a good guy to be there. He had the look.
No. He would be a good Dexter villain, I think. I think he should be Dexter's nemesis, dude.
But he's good. They're good guys. Why would Murdoch be a bad guy?
I mean, when Murdoch
Against
showed
If
them?
up
you
in Star
in
Trek,
case
that
you
was good.
forgot, right?
Mhm.
Them being a good guy is an opinion because remember, they were kicked out of the army for disorderly conduct and they became essentially vigilantes, which is a crime.
Okay,
So
but do
I
you remember
don't
what their
know.
disorderly conduct was and why they started doing what they do?
I
Their
assume
whole thing was they were given a mission that they
mhm.
disagreed with because it
Yeah.
hurt people in a small village. And they're like, we don't agree with this. That's why they were kicked out. You understand?
Um,
So,
if I remember correctly, right, this is America. If the government tells you to do something, you have no choice but to do it.
Well, remember when it came up, when it came to that time, it was going off of the whole
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah.
Vietnam, and whatever happened over there, and sadly, like attacking villages. So they became soldiers of fortune. They never took a
Soldiers
lot
of
of money.
Fortune.
Mhm.
They never took a lot of money. A matter of fact, I'm gonna hop into the 2000s because you had 18, you had all these shows that had these ragtag people put together to
Mm,
make a good team. But then there was even a greater show, Michael
mm.
Moore.
But
And it's
to be
funny.
clear, I just want to be clear about something. them being good guys doesn't change the fact that they are criminals according to the law.
And Colonel
And
Decker.
who does Dexter go after to kill? Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
criminal.
but his
But he
his
wouldn't have
code,
taken his code wouldn't have made him take
yeah,
out
his
his.
code wouldn't have made him hurt them because, as we said earlier, their bullets never ever hit
Did
anybody, so
did
nobody has
did
ever died.
Yeah.
so wait, hold on. How did
And
Dokes die
gas
again?
tanks was extremely vulnerable.
I don't remember how Dukes died actually. Jay,
Who?
you're the expert on
Do
this.
you remember how Dokes died?
Yeah, I
In a
know.
fire, I think it was in a
No,
fire.
his that crazy Lilith, the British
Mhm.
girlfriend,
Of
the
Dexter. Okay.
mistress of Dexter,
Mhm.
saw Dokes, followed Dokes on the GPS because she was crazy. She thought he was cheating.
Mm.
So he went on the GPS, drove over to this little campsite and said, "Oh, he's cheating." Dokes thought he was saved, but the girl was crazy. She said, "Oh, this would be a matter of love."
And what happened to the girl afterwards?
Dexter.
Oh, she went after the kid. So
Mhm.
Dexter, she went after the kids
Mm.
of, why am I forgetting her name now? Anyway, the actress Julie Benz kids.
So
I
so
remember their name
so
was,
so here's my question.
yeah.
Shouldn't Dexter have killed her after she killed Dokes?
Oh well, it was a token of love. You know what I'm saying? It was an alibi. He was good. He didn't really know about the dope, but when she went after the children, she tried to start a fire, try to
Mhm.
So
kill.
he investigated all these people and all these criminals. And when this girl went and killed Dokes, his first thought isn't like, I need to murder this woman.
Mhm.
Well, she doesn't say it. He thinks it's just a gas explosion, just a natural gas explosion,
Ah.
even though he didn't leave the stove on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mhm.
You got to understand these alibi shows like Smallville, Superman. Yo, anytime somebody found out Superman power, you might as well say you about to die because you ain't Lois, you ain't uh
Lana.
Lana Lang,
Mhm.
All I'm saying
and
is,
you
I would
ain't
have thought
Chloe.
it fishy
Chloe, who's out of
that
jail
people,
now, by the way. I was like,
Yep.
that much time has passed. Oh my
It was
god.
wait,
only three
Chloe
years. It was
who?
quick. From
Chloe from
Smallville.
Smallville.
She was in
Chloe's the
jail?
name. Her real name is Allison Mack. But we going just to the alibis. It's funny that we say that about Smallville. But listen, anytime
Allison
in
Mack.
anytime in small
Yes, you can look it up.
anytime anytime in Smallville, Michael Long.
Mhm.
Anytime in Smallville,
It
somebody
says
found out
former
Clark Kent.
American actress. That can't be
Yes,
good.
exactly.
Don't read that too much.
Yeah.
Read in your mind.
Yes.
Because some of that stuff
Yes,
is dope.
internally.
Yeah. So anytime somebody found out Superman was Superman in Smallville,
Mhm.
you about to get a coma,
Coma
you're
or
about to get
amnesia or
amnesia
yeah,
or death.
or death. More people
Anybody
died in Smallville than in the 18.
in the 18. Yep. And Superman didn't even have to shoot a bullet. It just was
That
like,
one bullet.
you found out my secret. It's like saying you can't see God's face. You'd be like, man, you see it? You saw it? Yo,
Mhm.
it's over. But my 2018 in
Mhm.
another show that should be watched, even should be rebooted, should be Burn Notice. Who started?
Yeah.
But by the way, starred another Michael.
I forgot his name, but he used to be. That's another.
What?
So the
So I
actor.
have a question.
Yeah,
What is it with women and getting into this kind of
I
thing? I
just
would think that women would be like, no, 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 no,
I
no, no,
actually
no.
watched a documentary on it recently, like in the last month and a half.
it
Um,
was very simple.
you want to know the crazy part? She was brought in to it by Lana. The girl who plays Lana brought her into it.
But Lana left. Lana
Yeah,
left
then Lana left, and then Chloe
Lana
was like,
left like 6 months.
"Woo, this is
This
me."
was
Wait,
this
hold
was
on. So,
Hmm.
wait, which one is Lana?
The main
the
actress in the
Dutch
show,
Kristen Kirk.
Krista Couric, something like
Correct?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she brought her into it, and
Yes.
then she gets, then Allison goes to jail. What's her name? Kristen
Kristen.
Kirk?
Yeah,
Not
so,
Kirk, but
so
Dutch.
to rewind a little bit, when Allison was first brought in, It was more of a gathering of people a gathering of like-minded people. So she
Mm,
felt like she belonged to someone, and she
mm,
got more and more into it. And Kristen was like, "This is not for me." Kristen left, and then Allison, um, I'm trying to be as politically
Allison
correct
Mack.
as possible. No, but I'm trying to be politically correct as to what I'm about to say because there's levels to what she was in, and
mm.
she kept because she was so into it, she started recruiting. So she was moving up levels, and she was at the highest level when all of the really crazy things were going on. And she would send out emails to other big name actresses in Hollywood to try to recruit them and to bring them in for the leader and stuff like this. And I was like, because she was famous from Smallville, so she was basically the face of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it was a lot of TV actresses though. Let's
Yeah,
be clear. It wasn't over like super mega movie ones, but it happened. She got out.
yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
she was and she was rich from before. Well, there was a lot of different things. But that should be on our next episode called
On,
Cults and
on the
why
next
cults
Holy
are
episode,
crap. She plays Snow White?
I have no idea. I only know her from
not in
Smallville.
anything recent. I haven't
No,
seen her.
no, 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 no. She played Snow White in 2001, dude, not recent.
I
Yeah,
said not in it. I
you know,
did
it
say
could
not
be
in
that could
anything
be
recent.
like a lifetime episode of Snow White or something. I don't know
And she's also in Reacher.
what,
What
which is
Reacher?
recent. Exactly, the movie with
Um,
Tom.
the 2022 Reacher,
Really,
4
with Alan
episodes she
Ritchson.
was in. Charlene Charlie Hubble.
What is
On
going on?
Amazon?
Oh, geez,
What?
peace. Dude? I even give you the name of the character she played.
No, but I
Off of
watched
me,
that
man.
show. I watched that show, and
I
I know
never watched Reacher. Why are you asking me? I
Reacher
didn't
is a
watch Reacher.
great show. Why
And
don't
Reach
you
is
it,
a great
watch
show.
Reacher?
I'm sure it is. Okay,
Reacher.
I'm not okay. I'm not saying Reacher is not a good show.
Mhm.
I got kids. Okay, I don't have
Actually,
time to watch
actually,
Reacher.
actually,
But
Reacher is the
to
best
be
show for you to
clear,
watch when you have kids.
It was Reacher.
What?
She was in 4 episodes, and yes, it is the Amazon Prime original Reacher. Amazon Prime. Oh,
Hold on.
jeez.
I think you got the wrong. I think you got the
Yeah,
wrong. I think you got the
I
wrong
gotta look
Alex.
this shit up.
The one.
Reacher. That's the name of the
Hold
show.
on. Phil,
You
I'm
know
on Phil
another
Diversons
No,
Reacher
but
right
is
now.
her
from
last
Amazon?
name is her last name Mac?
What?
Come on, internet.
Is it
Load
Mac?
faster.
Her last name was Hubble.
No, you're wrong. It's Allison Mack.
Mac. That's what we were
Yeah.
like. I was like,
You know
that
what?
could that can't be because she was in jail
But
at
you
that
want to
time.
know something funny?
No,
Re,
it was.
it's not Hubble.
Wait, what do you mean it's not Hubble? What are you talking about?
No, the person from Smallville is Allison Mack.
Yeah, I'm talking about Kirsten Crook, whatever
You're
last
talking
name
about
is.
Allison. Yeah, Kirsten is fine. That's what we're saying. She didn't. Nothing happened to her. She left
But
immediately. She's. I was like, she was in she was in jail at that time.
No. The reason that what's funny about it though, to make it up to you, Michael. What's funny
Mm,
about it is that Reacher, what the main star in Reacher, Alan
mm,
um
Richardson.
Richardson, he was Aquaman in Smallville,
Yes.
right?
mm.
He was also on American Idol. So this guy
Nitro,
was trying.
laser, blazer,
This
blazer.
guy was trying. This guy was trying to
Wait, what
be.
did he do in American Idol?
No, I thought you said
He sang in American Idol. Reacher
yeah, he
sang in
did say
American Idol
I
for.
forgot
He
about that.
sings?
I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about American Gladiators when you said American Idol. That's why I said Nitro, laser, blazer.
No. He
He was
sings.
also in that?
He sings
No.
like
Wait,
so. Yeah.
I
hold
mixed
up.
up shoes.
Hold up. We were talking about the fact that there's supposed to be a future Knight Rider show. How did we end up talking about Smallville and
I don't remember.
That's because
I feel like
people we stayed off the weed. We don't even smoke. Can you imagine if we smoked? Can you imagine if we smoked? Because we
Okay,
stayed off the.
okay.
All
So
right, let me tell you
hold
about the
on, hold
few
on. We're gonna get
nights
back on topic. We're gonna okay. This
all right, all
time
right.
We're
we're gonna
talking
get
about
back on
Alan
topic. You
Rickson.
ready? Okay.
That's me.
We can't see anything in
Yeah,
here.
I know it keeps fading in and out, but that's me and
Can't
Alan
see
Rickson.
anything. Okay, so this time we're getting back on topic, and we're going to talk about
The best
MacGyver.
cast in 80s TV shows and why those casts can't exist in today and how Knight Rider's going to feel because what the hell
Okay,
they're going
No,
to
I
do
no,
know,
no,
I
no.
to
know,
make
I
him
know what the
awesome.
best car was in 80s TV shows. Okay, that
If
was the
you answer
Riff.
wrong, there's only one correct answer. If you
That
have
was
the wrong
Riff.
answer, you feel. Say that again.
The Riff.
Thank you. Good answer. Good answer.
And I know why that can't exist right now because it's a ghost car.
Damn right.
So I know that we ain't getting no Wraith car
And
anytime
also the
soon
three. And
because
also the
if
three.
make a car that looks like the Wraith, but when you open it, when you open the trunk, you don't see lightning going around the
Okay.
motor, it's not the Wraith car.
Exactly.
Well, if you
They
saw
have to
lightning,
put
I
in
mean, we
Tesla
could make a
coils
Tesla
in
coil.
that car to shoot lightning all over the thing. But the thing about it is the lightning like travels over the
Around
and
the engine,
turns
yeah.
all around it. So I don't know. Tesla coils will shoot in a straight
Yeah, they
line.
could go out to the
So like
car.
yeah, it has to be that ghost effect on it, man. If
Mhm.
it
So,
isn't,
so,
then mm-mm.
so, since we're getting back on topic, before we talk about the future Knight Rider show,
Mm.
we got to talk about a
Then we're
history in
not on
Knight Rider
topic.
that's no, we got to talk about a
Okay.
history in
Okay.
Knight Rider that's not so good.
Okay.
That's not
So
so
the
good.
reason I am
There was a team Knight Rider show that started out like a Power Ranger show with all the cars having different colors and personalities.
And that
Please,
was after Knight Rider 2000.
please do not do that, people.
there was one
Yeah.
after there was a Night Rider show after Night Rider 2000.
Knight Rider 2000 was with the
No,
red
Night Rider
car, and
2000,
then
yeah.
Team Knight Rider came out with a bunch of cars. Like they had a
Because
truck and a car. Like there's 4 people, I think, or
Night
5
Rider
people.
2000 was just one big Ford advertisement.
Yeah.
That was all that
Hey,
was.
ain't nothing wrong with no Ford.
Say again?
I have no
Ain't
comment
nothing
there,
wrong with
people.
no Ford.
I didn't say something was wrong with Ford. I'm saying that the
No, the
show
way you
was a
said it
Ford
was a Ford
advertisement.
advertisement. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but
say there's
if
something
you look
wrong with
at
the Ford. I
if you look
have
at
a
Stop,
any big
problem with
stop
movie,
talk.
Ford. I
Stop
have a
telling me
problem with
about found on the road
advertisement.
daily.
it's found off-road dead. But that's not what I'm getting to. What I was getting into is I've spoken about this, I think, before. If not in movies, Apple has a contract where no bad guys can use an Apple phone. So in a movie, a tip to see who are the bad guys and who are the good guys if there's no information given, like if it's like a mysterious mystery or something, look to see the phone that they're using. If they're a good guy, they can use iPhones. If they're not a good guy, or even the possibility of not being a good guy, they use Android phones. And the
Is
reason I
that
mention that is to go into to movies. In movies, they're usually sponsored by a brand. The good guys are always usually driving the car or the brand that is sponsored, and the bad guys will use other things. You can always see that in movies. So that's
wait,
some
hold
little
on.
movie knowledge for you.
Let me
You see how I'm going dark?
where you're trying you're trying to tell me that Apple
It's
just
in a
told
contract.
in a contract with whom?
For if you want to use Apple products in a movie, no bad guys are allowed to use it. None. Even if
It
there
might
is like
not.
their
All right,
hidden bad guy that's
so
going to twist the heel at the end of the
so
movie, they're not allowed to use a product.
so
That's an Apple contract.
so let's preference this.
Mhm.
It may still exist,
Mhm.
but in Dexter, he has
Mhm.
an Apple phone when he's talking to his son, and he has an Android phone when he's talking to the club for
Mhm.
Dexter Resurrection.
Mm. It's a lot of there's a lot of hidden things here and there that
So Apple specify that their products aren't allowed to be used by bad guys in
correct.
TV shows
And movies anywhere.
or what? They'll sue?
It's in a
No, it's
contract.
not
You can't
true.
use
It's
it. You just can't use
What
Apple
do you mean
products.
it's in what does it
no.
mean in the
We're
what do
not
you
gonna
mean by
say
in the
that way.
contract?
Apple pushes that their thing should be used for a good guy. Apple
If Apple
phones.
sees it, you have to remove it from the movie. So they'll have to CGI it and stuff like that. But people know better than that. All right. It's been going on for like 20 years. So Yeah, you can't. A
See,
bad guy cannot use an
it
Apple
says
product.
though they are often portrayed in a positive light, with a notable absence of their use by villains, a practice sometimes called the no villain clause.
No villain clause. Exactly.
This is why I didn't say with such certainty, because they
Mm.
said this isn't an explicit written rule, but rather stems from Apple's trademark guidelines, which requires products to be shown in favorable and not disparaging manner,
Hmm.
right? Which the director of Knives Out confirmed this practice,
Knives
stating
out.
that Apple allows its products but not for villains, which adds a layer of intrigue to a mystery film.
A
Because
That I
layer
was
everything,
just
of
saying. I literally just said that it's not a mystery. If the person's going to turn from a good guy to a Helix at the end, look at this phone. If he's an Android phone, he gonna be a bad guy sometime during this movie. There's
people,
so much little
people,
things that I look at in
people. You
movies.
want to
It's
know
not
what's
fun.
ironic? You want
this
to know what's
has
ironic
listen.
about that? You want to know what's
Uh,
ironic about that, Michael? Don't Michael Long. Don't take offense. We go back to our last episode or episode 2, where we were talking about Apple and Samsung. It really don't make a difference. It's just about the image on one phone versus the other. And
mhm,
without Samsung, as we pointed out in our last episode, there wouldn't be no Apple phone screen.
mhm.
But you want to know the most ironic part about this? SS is saying, look at your phones. And I hope you are looking on the screen to actually see the phone, because half of the people probably looking at their phone and say, what? I didn't see their phone,
Those people
because
need to be kicked out of movie theaters.
they're
Kick them
looking
out.
at their
So
phone too much.
so to go along with the fact that Apple is leading their sheeple, their cult doesn't want them to be portrayed, and like how is this different than like I don't know what
No other brand explicitly does it. Apple just
None.
says,
it has to
hey,
Mhm.
be.
this is the guideline.
Listen, that just annoys me even more with them because like that's a thing. That's what people pay for when they buy an iPhone. Just like the fact they have an iPhone and Apple, their product is mostly all about just the name. It's like a style symbol. I
Mhm.
don't know why people waste money on that. It just
Well,
surprises me.
well, look, the
You
other
will see
thing is,
people. You will see people like wrestling for money and still going like, "Okay, I'm broke, but I got an iPhone. Otherwise, the
hold
chicks
on,
ain't gonna
hold
like
on.
me."
But this is
Like it's.
so I got a question for you.
Mhm.
Was Kid an Android or was Kid an iPhone?
Ah,
iPhones didn't exist then. Or
No,
Car was the
Android.
android.
no,
Car was literally referred to as an
no,
android in the
no.
show.
You didn't see that.
That's because
See?
Uh,
it's in the name. But the
the Knight's
Android as a
automated
brand
roaming
didn't.
robot is not android.
Listen. Oh yeah. It was automated rolling
Roaming
robot.
robot.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. But
Uh,
still,
what?
neither of those
Kobe
things
Batman, I got you,
existed.
bro.
Neither of those phones existed when that show came out.
I
But
don't know
that's
the
the
People were
thing.
difference.
still
But
using the
no,
people were still using the hello.
but
No,
but
when Knight Rider
but
came out, those phones wasn't around yet.
no, but if you look at Kid had a lot of them features.
Yes, Kid had his
That
phone
screen had
screen that he could talk on the phone and
he had a
voice call
screen.
people.
He could make a
What
phone
what are
He
you
call.
had Skype
talking
and
about?
Zoom. Kid
Car
had TV screens.
there was no difference between him and
That's true,
Car.
except for the yellow scanner. And I believe Car, yeah,
Yeah,
and Car
because
also had the,
otherwise you would
the
get confused about who is what. The
exactly,
difference
and Car
is
had the gray
Kid
panel at the
had
bottom.
had a high pitched voice. Hi, Michael. And Car was like,
Yeah,
that's
don't be
it.
dissing. Don't be dissing.
Oh. And do you remember when they changed the visual synthesizer for Kit's voice?
Yeah, first it
When
was
it
a
started
red
off, it
square,
was a red square,
the red
and then
square. Yeah,
eventually they were like, "Oh no, that doesn't look cool enough." So
that
they
doesn't
put
look
like
cool enough.
the
Yeah,
little
it's because
equalizer in the
technology advanced from 80 to 81.
Yeah,
for me.
plus the red square. Remember, it was showing up in other '80s movies as some type of lack of hypnotic evil stuff. Remember, everything was red
Mhm.
in the robot movies. The red eyes. It
Red
was a great
eyes.
Yeah,
movie. I
crap.
think it was
What?
called.
Space Odyssey, 2001: Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
I forgot
And
the
then
name
they
of the
also,
robot. Oh, Michael Long is off camera. He's going to investigate something really important.
yeah, knowing our age is probably the bathroom. You know what I mean?
um,
Because that's the only time I move as fast as Kid. I'm like, yo, turbo boost.
boost to the bathroom.
Sometimes I can't even make it to turbo boost, man. I understand why youth is wasted on the young. Because when you get old, man,
I had to walk up a hill yesterday. My calves are burning still. So,
You don't even have calves.
this is the
well,
hand. You know what to do
Okay.
with a hand.
Bite it off. No, wrong one. Okay, darn. Anyway,
Talking head, sir.
sorry, had some technical difficulties.
Mhm.
Namely, the camera is sick of looking at my ugly face. So, where were we? We were talking about the fact that Kit was the Android and Car was the iPhone one. Oh, I can't remember.
I mean, what's more memorable,
Is
right?
it?
It got to be
He
the
said
Apple. It
you
got
were
to be the
like
Apple iPhone.
Kit was the iPhone because it had all those features, but Kit and Car had the same features.
It did.
Yeah, but who do you remember?
Except
Wait,
what?
wait, wait, wait. But here's the thing: who do you remember?
The only
Car.
reason you remember Kit over Car is because Kit was in 200 and something
All
episodes.
the
Car was in
No,
two.
episodes.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
because
Kid,
I always loved the name Car better than Kit.
Yeah, Car
To
was a
me,
cool
Kit
sort of
was not
name.
a cool name. Car is a cool ass name.
Car is a cool name.
Carr. That was an
Yeah.
awesome name. So I always remembered Car.
again, 80s mentality, man. You're gonna
Yep.
remember.
The other one I liked, the other one that had a cool name, Goliath.
Goliath was cool as shit.
That was a
I was
cool
like,
name.
I remember
And
not knowing how Kit going to
Goliath,
survive against this.
Goliath destroyed Kit.
Yes.
Never mind
Because
the
Kid
fact
wasn't
that.
David.
Never mind the fact.
David Hasselhoff, ladies and gentlemen.
You
He
see what I'm
became
saying?
David, but the benefit he got was that he got something new after Goliath destroyed him, which is
Super Pursuit Mode.
yeah, that was cool as hell.
And that was only the
Which,
last season. I can't even believe that. Yo.
which,
but you know how he
which,
got you notice who he went to get Super Pursuit mode
RC?
because he didn't get Super Pursuit mode when it was rebuilt by Night Industries 2000. Do you remember who rebuilt
Or
him when
was
he
it
got Super
RC3
Pursuit
that
mode?
built it? I can't remember that.
Hold on.
but you had to Google who built. No, but remember, he had Super Pursuit mode. That's why Turbo Boost turned into jumping.
No.
No.
Turbo
Okay.
Boost
Hold on.
was
Turbo Boost
switched
was
back
turned into
and
jump from
forth
since the
several
first season.
times.
Super
Yeah.
Pursuit Mode only came out in the fifth and last season. That's the only time Super Pursuit Mode was there.
That's when the spoilers would go up and open
Yeah,
up
and
and
the
all
wings
that.
would come out and stuff like that. Yeah, and he would go almost 300 miles an hour. Um, what was I gonna say? I forgot. But along the lines of Knight Rider, while Michael Long is looking up stuff, what 80s TV shows had the best vehicles? I know we already decided that the best one was the Wraith, but what other famous ones do you
No,
remember?
TV shows
we
slash
decided
movie. You
no,
gotta say
we said
TV
that
shows.
because
That's
if
Because
we didn't
Wraith
say
is
completely
that,
unanimous. The car from the Wraith, starring Carlos Estevez, is the best. Continue.
um Johnny Five from Short Circuit.
That's not a That's not a car.
That guy, he was right. Yo, he had people riding on the back of that thing like it was a car. It was moving fast. Between that,
That is a choice that I would never have got
between
guessed in
that
a million years.
Between that and Johnny Five reading the dictionary, oh, that was great.
Yeah,
He
when
would
I
just be.
saw that, I was like, "Holy crap!"
I remember I was speeding through the book. It didn't work.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, it
saw
did not work.
the all the time.
Hmm
I don't really remember. Oh, Pee Wee Herman's bike.
I think it's a radio flyer bike. No, that's a
That
wagon.
bicycle, man.
Uh-huh.
With the Mary Poppins compartment there, that you could pull out anything out of that compartment.
That
That
was
was good.
stolen, and he had to go on this massive adventure to get it back.
yeah. So
Yep.
okay, I have
And him
who
and
did you
Charlie had
say
the same girl in the movie.
added Super Pursuit
RC3,
mode?
I think.
Huh?
RC3.
Yes, it was RC3, but that wasn't the point I was trying to make.
Pull me back,
did he
man. I
go to?
got you. I told you I
Who did
got
he?
you,
Who
bro.
did he go to?
Who did?
What?
Who go
What did
to?
RC3 look like?
The black guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said RC3. Oh, people don't know who RC3 is, but yes, RC3 was a black guy.
Oh,
It was.
you
It
know,
was
it's so funny.
okay. So let's. You have to give him the whole background though. You have to give him the whole. You
RC3
can't.
was a
You can
mechanic that put this thing together.
Reginald Cornelius the
The
third.
third.
Yes. What made Reginald Cornelius the third? And holy crap, they have a thing here saying that why would they share that? They're like he's still alive. Anyway,
Because he's still alive.
I know
That's
he's
good.
still alive, but
That's
like it's
good,
just an
RC.
odd fact to add about
RC, we still think about you to this day.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you got
Uh,
injured in that episode with the motorcycles when they were hijacking, I felt so bad for you, man. I was like, oh, I could see the pain in your face when they threw you out of the truck and you went in the dirt. I was like, oh, RC got hurt. But then you came back and you beat them up. So good job, RC. We still think about you, RC.
the thing about it is RC was a street thug. He was a vigilante. Again, I mean, so is Michael Knight. But anyway,
Mhm.
he was a street thug. And when Kit got messed up, they were like, come over to my shop. I'm gonna hook
Mhm.
you up.
Well.
And
They were playing on, we don't usually get into this, but they were playing on some biases there, obviously, right?
Mhm.
Because he was really a mechanical genius.
No.
Because
To be clear, before he was a street thug, he worked for Night Industries 2000.
Mm.
He worked for Flag,
Flag.
sorry, not Night Industries 2000.
Yeah,
That's the
for
car.
Flag.
He worked
Mhm.
for Flag
Mhm.
and got let go,
The Foundation for
and
Law and Government.
then became a vigilante.
Mhm.
So before he actually, so he knew how to fix Kit.
Mhm.
To be clear,
So for the current generation, just so you know, RC3 was in the family. If you know who the family are, because we do
And
everything for family, you know.
RC3 is not RG3, the football player.
Nobody
Oh,
care about
so-
RG3.
No.
Okay, but
A lot of people
do
care,
you-
man. DC
See,
people love.
this is you and Star Wars. The way how you went, you die on the hill.
You know
for
what?
Yoda.
You know what? I
I don't
gotta
give a
go
shit
ham.
about no RG3.
I do gotta go ham. Let me go ham. You want me to? I'll go ham. You want me to? There you go. You see what I'm saying?
No, don't do it. Don't
See
do
what
it.
I'm saying?
It's done.
See what I'm
Okay, it's
saying?
done. It's done.
See what I'm saying? You see, the glass is off. We need to go back to these eras. You know why we need to stay in the 80s? Because it is good. It is a renaissance time of not having to think about anything. You watch the movie, they did great.
Mm-hmm.
Look how it launched David Hasselhoff.
Yep.
He was the first Nick Fury. That was a bad movie. You Marvel fans need to see it, but it was funny. But it made him popular in Germany.
Wait, hold on.
He's a
He was
stinger.
Nick Fury.
Yes, did pass off as the first Nick Fury.
Oh, spoiler.
First live action Nick Fury.
First live action Nick Fury
You could look it up.
was a pirate that looked like Kurt Russell from
From New York.
Los Angeles.
What did they? Oh, my mind just went blank. Escape from LA and Escape
Yeah.
from NY.
When we used to watch shows that didn't have to think about it, where you didn't have to run to the Korean drama to see a
Kurt
good
Russell is
show.
also in the family, ladies and gentlemen. If you're getting the references yet, but continue.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's in the family. We got it. And you know
It's a Fast and Furious reference, man. That's who RC3 is. RC3 is in Dominic Toretto's family, and Kurt Russell also is Mr. Nobody, I believe it is. Yeah.
Yep.
See.
Yep.
That's how everything connects.
Now I watch Korean dramas to get my A-team and all that fixed. I'm telling you, they're great. They're great.
Mhm.
But watch Reacher if you like A-team.
Yep. Reacher's
When
great.
did this show come out?
Right.
In the 90s, I think.
What show you talking about?
I think he's still on Nick Fury.
Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, man.
Nick Fury.
That thing was great. It was on syndication. We didn't even know who the hell Nick Fury was, man. And he had a
No,
submarine.
I always knew who Nick Fury was. I just didn't know he was in.
He was David Hasselhoff.
You
I
better
didn't know it was David
respect
Hasselhoff.
it. That was in between his resurgence or a little after Baywatch.
Before Baywatch, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
And
insane.
I bet you that
Do you
movie went
think
number one.
that I have a question?
Mm.
Given that like there's so much backlash anytime they portray a character who is traditionally
Oh, the
There was
movie was
backlash.
yeah, the movie was horrible.
Yeah,
The first movie was
but there
good.
was backlash because that's how the original Nick Fury looked, like Michael Knight, and then they
mm,
changed it in one of
comic
the
books.
Crisis. Well, Crisis is for DC. I forgot what it's called, but in one of the multiverses, it
Mm,
switched to the Samuel Jackson guy, and in comic books they started drawing him from then out. But it
mm.
was he looked like
Originally, yeah. Now that I
yeah
think about it, he was
mm,
originally, yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
But there's no
But
real
the thing what has me shocked here is seeing Michael Knight with a big cigar in his mouth. That's just blowing my mind.
yeah. Well, remember
Michael
that's
Knight's with an eye patch. That's how they had to make uh Goliath's driver look. What's
Garth.
his name again? Garth.
That's what I was
Right.
saying. It's the
They had
goatee
to
or the
make
mustache to the shoot bad guys
no,
versus the
no,
good guys in the 80s.
but he don't have a goatee and a mustache. But that's fair though. Yeah, but the thing about it is they had to give Garth like at least a mustache that you could
The
twirl,
curl.
because come on. Like the mustache they gave and goatee they gave him. I mean, if they're going to stick on a mustache and a thing, like make it curl, man. Come on.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, Garth also had like a tan. Like his skin was dark.
yeah. No,
So that was thinking.
he was a little
You
orange,
mean
Yeah.
by tan you mean spray on tan?
rayon tan. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember, but yo, he looked official. I was like, yo, this dude's
I
official.
mean, it's not like we had these TikTok graphics back then. You know, they had
Mm.
to clip it together like old times.
Hmm.
We stitch it together, but now that's another thing. Always loved the '80s because guess what? All of the special effects on social media came from '80s movies.
Damn right. Damn right.
Weird Science is one.
Do
The
you
instant,
remember that
the
show?
the
Weird
instant
For
Science.
dress.
sure. That was a movie for us, sir. Thank you.
Sorry, do you remember that movie?
It's on Tubi. Tubi is the best. I've been saying that Tubi is the best. Weird Science is on Tubi.
Wasn't that like I mean, uh, isn't Rick and Morty kind of like Weird
Yeah.
Science?
No,
And
Rick and Morty
it's kind of
is
like
Back to
Weird
the Future.
Science and Back to the
Rick
Say
and
Future.
again?
Morty, Rick and Morty is
They all
Back to the
got
Future.
elements. No, no,
No,
no. They all got elements. I'm talking about elements. I know the
Oh,
main thing for Back to the Future, but they all got
mm.
elements like Weird Science. A lot
Doc
of
and
shows,
Marty.
a lot of shows just keep
I
having
guess
the
maybe
same element.
Big Bang is kind of like Weird Science, I guess. I don't
They
know.
didn't try to make
They
Penny.
didn't do anything weird, really. They just
Yeah.
hung out.
No, 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 no. They were trying to make Penny. If they could.
Only Howard
If
was
they
trying to make
if
Penny.
he could,
Nobody
he
else.
was trying to believe me. If the technology existed at the time, they would be trying to make a penny.
I mean, he did get Bernadette, and that's not a bad, you know.
Mm.
I
No.
remember it just being yes, they didn't make the person, but it was the same thing, right? This really attractive girl with these nerdy guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
I see what you're
so
saying. Yeah.
it's always been that type of storyline.
Yeah.
Mm,
Girl
That's
Next Door.
that's almost all the 80s movies.
yeah.
That was
That's why
Girls
there
Next.
was a movie
Do you remember?
called Not Another Teen Movie.
Do you remember? I don't know if you guys remember this show. Do you remember a show called Mannequin?
Yes.
Of course.
There's two, Mannequin 1 and Mannequin 2.
Yep.
They made a Mannequin too.
Mannequin
Yep.
2 was the more famous of both mannequins because of
Really?
the
No,
main
what are you
actor.
talking about? What are you
Oh,
talking about?
look that up. Put money on that. I put money on that. Mannequin
No,
2 was more
no,
known than
no,
Mannequin 1 because
no.
Mannequin 2 is where it had the very flamboyant guy that was going along with it. Oh, look that up.
Wait, you mean
This
the
is-
you mean the black guy?
yes.
He was in
He's from
Mannequin
Mannequin
1
2.
too.
In Mannequin 2, he had like a bigger role. Look it up.
Oh,
Look up the
okay.
box office. Look up
Yeah,
everything.
he had a bigger role because the
Look
other
up
actor left.
everything. Don't ask me why
No,
I
no,
know this
Because
crap.
no.
like
Mannequin One had a
listen,
better box office.
that man was such a freaking cliche.
Yes, exactly. But this is the 80s.
That was such a stereotype when they made that dude over the friggin' top. And that was just there like, whoa. That's kind of crazy.
And remember, they were trying to make Macy's storefront. That was like the whole idea of that 1987 romantic comedy.
Do you remember? Okay, I remember. I remember the first time I saw. Um,
I didn't even know Kim
so
Cattrall was supposed to be Egyptian in that movie.
I didn't know she was Egyptian either. She was a mannequin. But before you continue, Urkel, I just want to say, Jay, you are correct. Mannequin 1 made 42 million. Mannequin 2 made 3 million in the box office. But HBO played Mannequin 2 so much more than Mannequin 1.
No,
That's
no,
why I
no, no,
thought,
no. Your HBO.
I was.
oh my, I forgot there's different HBOs. I completely forgot. My
Your
apologies. But
HBO
continue.
played that.
Yeah.
Wait.
HBO one, because I remember Mannequin
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
because they had HBO 1, 2, 12, 16, all kind of
Yeah.
weird stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's something that annoys me, right? There's how many movies carry the name Crash?
How
I
the hell
think
did
there's
we get
two.
that? Crash.
I have no idea, but I think
Probably
there's two.
10. Probably,
Well, no, the
probably
reason I
10.
bring it up, right, is because I was about to make reference to it, and then it occurred to me that people may not know which one I'm
The
talking
only
about
one that people are going
because
to
there were
think of is
several
the
of
one
them.
with Ludacris in it. Ludacris was the only actor in that movie. Forget it.
But there was a 2004 Crash,
That's the
and
one that won the Oscars.
there was a 1996 Crash.
Yes.
And then there was also one that was another one, but the one I'm referring to is the the
The one
one
that won
where
the
there was
Oscars.
actually a car crash.
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah,
one that people are
the
going to
chain,
think of with
the
that
train reaction.
Ludacris was the main actor in. Thank you.
So,
Continue.
again, I'm not gonna say absolutes
What are you
Uh,
because
talking about? I'm not talking about one with Ludacris.
you talking about the one with Don Cheadles.
No.
what movie are you talking about?
What movie you talking about?
The one that starred James Spader. That's what I'm telling you. So you see, there are three of them.
James Spader
Uh,
from the
There is a
Blacklist.
1996 film
No, no,
called
no.
Crash.
Go to
Search for
2004.
Crash 1996.
wait,
Okay,
so you were talking about the one from 1996?
Yes.
Nobody thinking about that movie. Everybody
No,
talking
but
about the one
oh
with Ludacris.
gosh, listen. You thinking about the one
hey
with
people,
Ludacris. I
did
never
you
said
hear
the
how
one with
SS
Ludacris.
sounded? SS sounded like that great video. This is a
Ain't nobody
segue.
got time for
Intermission.
that.
Yo, yo, yo. Your
But
mother put color in curry. She put color in
Okay,
curry. That's
okay,
exactly how
Oracle,
you
I
said,
see
yo.
what you're saying. However, the other movie Crash that came out that won all the Oscars was also about a crash. That was one of the storylines in it. So they all have to do with the storylines. But nobody going to remember that James Spader version of Crash, man.
no, but what that
But
All right,
continue.
but any,
I didn't get your point though. What were you saying?
like in trying to figure out the name of the stupid show, I
Uh,
completely forgot
the
what we were
point.
going to talk about.
We were talking about mannequin. Um, um, Kim Cattrall being the mannequin.
Mm. We talked about her we talked about her being Mac and how she was supposed to be
Egyptian.
Egyptian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um but
Were you good?
um
Were you going to
I
say something along the lines that you can't believe they casted her to be Egyptian?
no. Wait, it is I mean back then you forgot that like Alibaba in TV shows was also like white.
Jay mentioned Short Circuit recently. The fact that the Indian guy, the main actor, is Fisher Stevens in Short Circuit, who played the Indian guy. That's the fact. People still
and I
figuring it
never
out
knew that.
today.
I never knew
Huh?
that. That was a shocker.
I didn't
That
know
was
that he
no.
wasn't
That
Indian
was
either until when I
that
heard that.
was.
I was like,
Wait, he was
Let me tell
supposed to
you.
be Indian?
yes, he had an
Yeah,
Indian accent, everything in Short Circuit. And then he was on
he was
Friends. And when I
brown. He
saw him
was
on Friends, I
brown
was like,
face.
this
He
dude
was
is from
brown
Pakistan.
face. And
Yes,
one
French
day, I
fan
went to
people.
look him up. Like, whatever happened to this guy?
Fisher
And I looked
Stevens.
him up, and they didn't
Mhm.
pick Ben Kingsley for this role. They picked, you know, because Ben Kingsley's I mean, he is of Asian
Multinational.
Indian multinational descent,
Mm.
But this other guy on Johnny Five wasn't. But it
Not
was
at
different.
all.
It was, you know, it was back
Questionable.
then. You know, yeah, it was questionable. Everything was questionable
Was
back
he
then. But this,
trying? Was I don't look, dude? I don't
he
even
was,
picture
he
him
was.
being Indian. I
Dude,
don't.
you can look it up. Just go to
What are you
YouTube and type
talking
in
No,
Fisher
about?
no,
Stevens.
no, no, no. I'm talking about
The
like
accent and
I
everything.
understand now, but like it just never occurred to me that he
So
was
in
trying to
Yeah.
be Indian.
the original storyline, they actually had a person cast, and then he dropped out. So the closest person that looked like him when they put on the makeup was that guy.
Fisher Stevens. And he was also The Plague in Hackers, one of the best movies ever made. Continue.
Not for anyone who is in the computer industry.
No, they were the best. Zero Cool is still the coolest name in any movie, okay? Zero Cool is cooler than Neo.
Zero
Uh-huh.
Zero Cool would be arrested.
Actually, now he'd be hired to work for the NSA or the FBI.
Holy crap, that's what his hair had looked like in the show. Dude, I barely remember
No,
that. Look at his hair. Oh
when
my
you see
goodness.
everything in 4K,
Mm.
then or 8K, whatever K you want to have it, then you'll see how bad it looked.
Mhm.
Johnny Five still looked okay, but
Oh my
then you
God,
could.
he did have the accent.
This is what I'm telling you.
We telling you it wasn't fair. Think about how he said Johnny Five. How the hell you think he got the five from?
Johnny Five.
Yeah, remember? I mean, thanks to him, the guy from The Simpsons got fired too. You look around, you're
Apu.
like, I mean, it was crazy. It was you know, but I
Oh
don't know.
gosh.
So to bring Michael Long back on track,
Mhm.
just so you people know, I'm not an aficionado on
This
movies.
is
But
this
one
is by
thing,
the way, this is what Michael Long looked like before he got the facelift.
And turn into Michael Knight.
well,
Oh God.
that's what you get. That's what you get in Michael Knight for firing into a bulletproof glass and the bullet flying off your face. It said it was bulletproof. He didn't leave. No, boom. Oh, it went right back in his face. And back in the 80s, they loved plastic surgery. We ain't just
Yeah,
talking.
plastic surgery. Do you remember Face Off?
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude,
No.
But that was night. That's not.
Facts.
Nah,
they
that's
they were
19.
like
Facts.
they were like
Plastic
they were
surgery in
like
the
they're
80s and
going to
90s was
fix
better
his
than today.
face, right? And so he also
Jesus.
got taller, musclier, and from changing his
Hey,
face.
hey, hey!
His
It's like
wife didn't notice
it's
it was
like
a different
Superman's
man.
glasses. It's
Like
like Superman.
apparently
No,
they also did plastic surgery on his penis because his wife was all over that and she did not notice a difference.
I mean, they went Breaking Bad on that. They didn't know the difference. The personality changed, the attitude changed, everything. She didn't know the difference.
That was just crazy.
I
I
mean,
miss
I mean,
80s face
that's how that's
plastic surgery.
remember to enjoy these movies today, we cannot be logical. We cannot be
Exactly.
like the androids. We have to suspend
Like
our
the
belief.
androids.
Like back in the day, we could suspend our belief. Oh, how did he make that jump? You know who makes you suspend the belief? The
Who?
family. Fast and Furious. Have you seen Dominic Toretto?
Family.
He has more superpowers than Superman now. Did
It,
you
that
see
is
him?
facts.
Did you see him walk through a burning building? I
Did you see
think
him
Dominic.
stomp the ground in a car park and make the
I,
whole car park fall down to the ground?
I think Tommy. I think Don Toretto. I think he merges his characters that he's been in. I think he's a little bit of Chronicles of Riddick.
Dominic Toretto.
I think he's a little bit of what you call it,
Groot? A little bit of
Bloodshot
Groot.
and Groot and Iron Giant. I think
And
he.
Pitch Black.
I think he said, "I got
The
no time to
Furion.
make any other sequels, so let me put it in there." He's also a little bit of a witch hunter because if you look
Mhm.
around, all his villains is like, oh, and I don't. You know why he's a witch? Because he hypnotizes his villains to become his friends.
Yeah,
Everybody
to
he
bring them
fights
into
is
the
like, yo,
family.
come into the family.
But
We
that's
create.
just okay. This is going to be a spoiler for people who just started Naruto. If you know who you are, don't pay attention to this part. That's called Talk no Jutsu, dude. That's from Naruto, yo. That's what Dominic Toretto uses. Bring everyone to his side.
Hawk
Bam.
Nujitsu.
Bam.
I'd rather do the Jedi mind trick. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but a Jedi mind
'Cause-
trick only works for like a couple of minutes while they're in the
Oh no,
area.
no, 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 no. Not if you're a good Jedi
I
like
have a question.
Yoda.
Going back to my dear friend Michael Long.
Mm.
Who was the actor that actually played him
I don't know.
for the
It
two
probably was his.
seconds
It
that he
probably
Why
was
do you
his.
know
was
this?
Michael Long?
It probably was his stunt double
Jay,
that put on the wig. Cause the
you
wig
might
was
be
right
right,
on.
yo. You
The
might
wig
be
was right
right.
on. Could be a stunt double.
I don't remember who
He
it
wasn't a
was.
well-known face. And like I don't remember ever seeing him again. And I vaguely remember him. He looks like in my
Yeah,
head,
but
there's a
but
guy
nobody
called the
nobody
Question.
nobody somebody must know his name.
Yeah, he's got to be on MTV, IMDb, MTV.
IMDb. Because Google just said David
Okay,
Hasselhoff.
he's dead in real life. His name
Oh,
was
geez.
wait, that was his real name? Michael Arthur Long?
No, that's the name of the character. M
That's what I'm
A.
saying. I was like, that can't be his real name.
So wait, they actually use his real name.
That can be. That can be.
That sounds super
That can
not
be.
true. That is crazy. That would be crazy though.
This can be. That can be his real name. Larry Anderson. Come on, be Larry Anderson.
You know what's pretty crazy too? Um,
What?
Knight Rider ratings in user reviews was a 6.9.
That's because they didn't have no childhood view. You see how I'm dark right now? That's
Yeah,
exactly
his
how
real name. His real name is Larry Anderson.
Oh,
Mhm.
because his name couldn't possibly be.
Yeah, he's not as famous and popular to be
Well, he could have been
Charlie.
Charlie.
That's why I said he can't be a child. He's not as famous and
But
popular as
Charlie was
Charlie.
Charlie. Charlie was Charlie Sheep. Like he was Charlie in like
He
four
was
movies.
Charlie in
Holy
everything.
crap! He was in two episodes. When did they have
Maybe
him
a
in two
flashback.
episodes?
Could have
Oh,
been a
Remember
that's
they
right.
flashback
had
episode.
no.
They might have
Remember
had a
they had the.
flashback. Yeah, yeah,
Remember
you're
they
right.
had the continuations.
Or part one could have been a two-part. Could have been that too. But
No,
the
no.
pilot could have been a two-part.
In episode one,
Hmm.
he had a facelift, so he
Yes,
couldn't have been in episode two after that unless it
that's
was a
true.
flashback.
That's true.
In episode one, his face gets shattered, and then in episode two, he all of a sudden had a perfect face with perfect bone structure and
Yeah.
like big, like nice
Mhm.
cheeks and
And he
chin
was taller,
and taller.
and he had
And
a leather jacket.
all I'm saying is, like, I don't know why they call it a facelift.
His body lift.
Yeah, they might as well do that because that
But
was
remember they
some
called it the
crazy stuff.
facelift because as you get older, your face droops. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So they
No, I
saying they.
understand why they call it a facelift, but in 80s TV shows,
The plastic surgery.
the plastic surgery changed your whole
Whole
persona,
body.
your whole thing. It changed your face. It changed your body because all of a sudden they got big and buff. It changed
Exactly.
their height. It changed their intelligence. It changed like
Remember that's like putting on some clothes. I mean, that's the inspiration it gave you. I'm sure a lot of people went on to the knife thinking they were gonna get that inspiration.
Yeah.
well, that's because they portrayed it wrong in the shows.
Yeah, that's true. That's it right there.
TV
80s
shows will
messed up a
give
whole bunch
you
of people.
that. TV shows will give you that
Because
impression because I'll tell you one thing, right? I don't care how much plastic surgery, how good your plastic surgeon is. People usually can tell when you had plastic surgery. It is
Yep.
usually pretty obvious when you had plastic surgery, no matter how good your.
I don't. I think it's like the perception. Like I watched that show Botched, and
Mhm.
that guy from Botch, he talks about it all the time. Like he literally goes in there and says, "Hey, you're not supposed to have this many surgeries if you got 5." He
But I
said
have a
we can
question
sort
about
of.
plastic surgery that always confused me, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they do plastic surgery,
Mhm.
they actually cut your face open with
It's usually
scalpels.
behind the ear.
Behind the air, yeah.
And then they go in from behind the
Yeah,
ear all through your face.
yeah,
So you could actually tell if someone have plastic surgery by just checking behind their ear. Is
yeah.
that
That's
And
usually where
then
the
and then the
things are.
rhinoplasty is different than
Mhm.
the facelift. The
Yeah.
rhinoplasty was one of the most famous ones,
Mhm.
mm.
which was the nose, where they stick a straw
Mhm.
up and over. You know, I'm too beautiful. I got a face a mom could love, so I don't need
Yeah,
none
but
of.
the question is, can anyone but the mom love it?
Yeah, Jules over there, man.
I don't know. She told me she loved you from the back.
Oh, because I'm a fat back. I'm a fat back.
He's a fan. Do you know how much videos she sends me or Michael
Oh yeah,
Long?
you see what I'm talking about?
She sends me so many videos of him being fat and rolly and a chicken, and I have so many videos and those are the best. Those are the best videos. One of these we should have a follow-up episode with the guest being Jewel. Just tell
Wait,
stories.
hold on. Side me up for that episode. I want to be there.
We need a whole episode.
See how I'm going
Listen,
into the black?
dude,
See how I'm going
hold
into
on. I'm gonna do it from now.
this how
Listen,
80s movies start.
bring her on the next episode. Let me change my name from now. Hold on. There we go. I will be the cheerleader.
You see it? You see how I'm going into the black? This is how 80s movies was.
He just faded
Oh,
away.
oh,
He
oh,
faded to black.
oh. I know she sent you a lot of fat back videos. It's it's fat back season, you know.
uh, there we go. Oh wait, I forgot a letter.
Fans.
Did I spell that right?
Yes.
Fan.
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
good. Okay, good. I'm ready. Let's do it. As a matter of fact, let me see. Uh, we'll give her a code name.
That's a good. Yo, you type it quick.
Anyway, so it is about
Did
that
I
time.
disappear?
No, nope, I'll still see you.
No, I see an email went out
For who? For when?
from
From us?
from you. From you.
No. I didn't send no. I didn't send a message.
It wasn't
That
me.
wasn't for me. Yeah.
Anyway,
It says Zoom invitation.
Probably. Oh, so when you got the invitation, that was the third one that was sent out. My all of my products
that's
have
hilarious.
It
three
said
more
now
levels of.
though.
Say it again.
It says now. It
That's what
didn't
I'm explaining it to you.
okay.
All of my because my phone had to get security clear like a higher security clearance. It connect again. I'm on the Apple ecosystem because my phone is on a higher security clearance. All of my products they all bumped up in security. So when I sent out the invitation earlier, like 15 minutes before recording time, it didn't go out. Oracle shoots me a message saying, "Where's my invite?" And I was like, "I sent it out like 15 minutes ago." And then I saw that I have to relog into everything. So no emails and nothing were going out. So once I logged in, like now, so everything is going out now, which I
And
had
now
no intention of
everyone
that.
know that you're a top secret agent for the military
No,
with
I'm
your
just a regular
higher
guy.
security clearance.
With I do have crazy security clearance right now, but I'm just a regular guy.
You see
That's
what's
why
on
I'm
the
always wearing
shirt?
NASA apparel.
You see his shirt? NASA. He works for NASA.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, his job finding those aliens.
that's that's Marge's daily job. Regardless, I'm
Oh,
always looking up.
by the way, people, you want to watch a show that will open up your mind? Pluto TV, Ancient Aliens. Because now
No,
I'm
no,
plugging it.
no,
Plugging it.
no,
Plugging it.
no,
And guess what?
no,
And guess what?
no,
Even though
no,
Ancient Aliens sounds a little biased to me, I'm still plugging it.
no.
Because how the hell did we lose some type of? Now they changed the words in newer season. Maybe they knew some ancient technology that we lost. Maybe we
Just
lost it. Of course we lost it.
no. Let's go with no.
Of course we lost it.
No.
And
When
then the
Chariots of the
government made
Gods came out, I loved it back then. Then it just started getting too out of hand.
listen. Everything we built, and these emojis, they gonna find an emoji soon, right on the
You mean
pyramid.
the
Or right on
hieroglyphics?
yeah, it's hieroglyphic. They're gonna find the emoji.
Emojis.
They're gonna find the emoji. And when they find the emojis, people, you are going to be shocked because the emojis is all about interpretation. That's another episode we should do. See if you know these
On the
emojis.
emojis.
We're gonna play a game. See if you know these emojis. If you don't know the strong arm of the law, like, oh, look at this. Ooh, you see?
I know.
Oh,
Why? I mean, come on. There's no such things as aliens. Come on, man.
what are you talking
Wait,
about?
what's behind me?
There's a predator.
I was going to
Oh.
say when Jay mentioned the
I
name
think
of
it's
that
David
show,
Spade.
I was going to say you mean the show that you should be promoting is American Aliens. That's the new alien TV show that's on TV right now.
Oh, I've heard about it. It's a TV series.
Yeah, it's a new TV
Yeah, it's
series.
about
Sorry,
aliens.
Timothy
Okay.
Oliphant.
The weirdest man in TV, but I love him for some reason. He
And
was in a great
he-
alien movie called Dreamcatcher.
Timothy Oliphant was in Dreamcatchers.
Yeah.
The one I remember him from is from the video game Agent 47, Agent
Yeah,
72, Hitman.
Agent 47. Don't be 72, man. What are you Agent 72?
I know they had a 7 in it. I can't remember
Agent
the other
40.
one.
Let me tell you about somebody who had some hitman privileges. Me. First of all, everybody in the show was bald, like me, with a stamp on the back of their head. I don't have the stamp.
Yes, you have a stamp. I saw the stamp.
I
Don't
just
lie.
leave some hair on the back when I do
It
my own
isn't a
kickflip.
stamp. It's a barcode.
It's a barcode. Yep. That was a good movie.
Both of them were good. Again, Hitman 2 is better than Hitman 1, but I don't know. I'm not going to die on that hill again. Like Mannequin, because I had no idea.
Stop because Jay's gonna be like, "No, it ain't. Hold on, let me show you the
No.
evidence."
I just remember the mannequin. Back to that before we end.
Mhm.
The mannequin was so popular. I probably saw that 30 times because back in 80s HBO, they didn't have a lot of movies. When they talk about they run it on, it was like an hour, skip one, skip two. Every 3 hours was the same movie. I think I saw a big mannequin all in the same of Revenge of the Nerds.
That's how, actually, no, I was going to say that's how I saw The Wraith the first time, but it wasn't on HBO, it was on Cinemax. That's how I saw it. I was like, what is this? This is amazing. So, yeah.
Yep. The Wraith
but
was
it ain't better than Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and sticking with us today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. We're here on all platforms. Just look up for me and Two Randos.
Yep.
This is two, not peace. This is two. Two.
Yeah.
Randos.